Hey friends, so I was gonna update you about, it's almost 9 o'clock and I gotta leave at 9:45, so I gotta make this quick. But I was gonna update you about what I do for my exercise lately. So I've been going to the gym 5 days a week, as you saw in the other video. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I took last week off because I was on vacation. But it's a pretty intense group because on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are the group days. My brother did this workout camp, whatever. The guy who runs it, calls it like exercise camp or something like that. Drew calls it boot camp, and someone else calls it exercise class. I don't know, but it definitely reminds me of a boot camp, so I've been calling it boot camp. So on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I go in, and on Mondays and Fridays, it's the run hard for a minute, walk for like a minute and a half, stuff like that. Then you run hard for a minute, walk for a minute and a half at an incline. So when you walk for a minute and a half, it's not just walking, it's on a treadmill, so you just walk at the incline. And it started 2 weeks prior to going on my vacation, 2 weeks-ish, 2 to 3 weeks-ish. So I had a good amount of time to get used to the workout. And what people always say, exercise is good for you, like especially for the mental health and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's so hard. So I definitely improved within the first 3 weeks. I pushed myself. And then on Wednesdays are the days where you run for 50 minutes, just full on run. But it's not like a sprint run, it's like a slower run. But but you have to run for the full 50 minutes. And I'm like on the treadmill, and I used to run in high school, and then once high school was done, I just stopped running. It was not my thing, and I just didn't like the idea of me running. And then I went through Echo, did some exercise there, but not as intensely as what I've been doing here. And the guy he's nice, but Drew has been through his exercise classes or boot camp much longer than I have. And he gets people to a point where, like, yeah, you start here and then you go here and then you end up here, stuff like that. So I do that, and then the shorter days on the treadmill, which are Mondays and Fridays, are the longer days in the pool. And I was actually kind of nervous about swimming because I don't swim that much. I mean, I swim like laps and stuff, and that's what we do. So we swim laps basically. So we have sometimes we have a buoy, so we don't kick and we just move our arms like and then we have kickboards, so we put our hands out in front and then we kick the kickboards and stuff like that. And so we're in the pool actually longer on the days with a shorter amount of time on the treadmill, and then when the pool less time when we spend 50 minutes on the treadmill. But again, I mean, my swimming has come a far way in the span of like 3 weeks. So yesterday I was so happy to be in the pool after the intense running, because I was like all gross and sweaty. You get in the pool and then you shower afterwards, because that's what I do. So it's like nice to be in the pool after like sweating so much. But then the pool's also exhausting too, because I'm like, we have to go again. Like, oh my gosh, laps on laps on laps on laps on laps. So it's definitely, you're exhausted by the time you get out of there. For me, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have a 101 training session. He's like my personal trainer on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so that's what I'm going after at 9:45. I have no idea what time it is right now, but it's getting close to the time I have to leave. But we do like strength stuff, like burpees, jumps, sit-ups, push-ups, whatever. We do all that for an hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are the ones that are like an hour and a half with the group. And half these people have been a part of his exercise class or boot camp, as I'll call it, longer than I have. Probably longer than Drew has, because what Drew does, he went to boot camp, and then when he left to go to where he is now, he comes back for boot camp when he is home. So my mom throws him in boot camp when he's home here. So that's the exercise thing that I do 5 days a week. It's brutal. But I mean, in the long run, like, you feel good after you do it. But then I'm the person who was going to the gym 0 days a week to 5 days a week, all at once. I don't like transitions. So the transition from going from 0 days a week to the gym to like 5 intense days, it's also exhausting, but it does help.
Yeah, you look good. You look good, Leanne.
You're killing me, Mike.
Crushing it.
You're killing me.